Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Atlanta Falcons. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run here with Barber. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Barber on 1st and 10. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's Barber. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Anything moves, we hit it. Anything moves, we hit it.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Come on, set. Hey, hold on. Check 45 tonight. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. 45, Mike, 45.
Now it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go, set. 90, Wolf.
In your face.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Check 4, check 4. Look at me. Door, door.
They'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. I'm just impressed he held on to that football. You're coming across the middle on the crossing route like that, absorb that contact. Woo.
All we talk about in today's football is trying to get the football away from the offensive player. Sometimes you just can't do that, and you have to finish a play off with a good old-fashioned tackle, as we just saw.
Down. 10 Lobo. 58 to Mike. Exit, exit. What? 58 to Mike, 58.
On third down, Jefferson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On second down, Barber. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
3rd and inches.
Here we go. Set. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check your hot read. Patch it. Switch, switch, switch.
They'll try and run here with Barber. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Let's go now. Switch.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Barber. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check. Crouch. Slam.
On 2nd down now, it's Barber. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long, and that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. From the gun, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all it does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
At the Falcons' 34-yard line.
Let's go. 70 ended. Watch the screen. 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 Hey, put up.
On 2nd down, it's Barber, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
1st down, they go with Barber again. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down now, it's Barber. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Barber. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the left side. Jefferson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
10-2 stop. Let's go, D, let's go.
He'll look to throw. Complete to Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Ready, Rick.
50
come on. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. Bang, bang. Look, squeeze.
Running the jet sweep with Ridley. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go now. 30 base. Army. Side.
2nd and 2. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Ready.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 17-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll try the left side. Jefferson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll run it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch time. Tie it right.
2nd and 10. It's caught by Hooper. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On first down, Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Check 43.
Back to throw here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now it's Barber. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. yards. Well done on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Back to throw. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Ready. 10 Lobo. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
First down, Ravens.
Let's go. Time to end it. Check 45's the mic. Guys, it's game situation.
They go play action here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
They'll run on first down. Jefferson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the Ravens' 45-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the slant.
2nd and 6. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 30.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
He'll drop to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll drop the throw. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Let's go, let's bring it.
Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Now left side on the swing pass. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Jackson now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. To throw is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines,
touchdown, Falcons! A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Come on. I'm coming for you. You mine. Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
He's coming.
Leo.
He's coming. Double up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
You got it. You got it.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Atlanta, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They say if you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, huh? They elevators, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savings, you be liking my flavor, I think it's cause I on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, I never switch.
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 15. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things.